Hey everybody, it's Joe Green on my box. All right, there in the background, that's the Justice League Unlimited theme, the greatest cartoon ever from Justice League. I said it. I put my stamp of approval on it. I start off with that Justice League Unlimited theme because what I want to talk about is the DC animated universe. So my name is Joe Green. This is on my box. It's my podcast. I talk about stuff that's near and dear to my heart. I like comic books. I like comic book movies, TV shows. That's why I do a podcast called Hero Talk with my buddy Steve Thomas. Right now, we're still getting season 2 prep. So in the meantime, I do my own thing, talk about some stuff just to keep you guys aware in the comic book world what's going on. So, like I said, Justice League Unlimited. That was the theme I used to start off the show briefly. And I watched Justice League vs. Fatal 5, and I was like, yeah, I need to talk about this stuff because why are we comic book heads not talking about the good stuff that's going on in the DC world? All right, we always talk about the negative stuff, the bad, horrible movies, the new Batman. Everybody's upset about that. But DC's been putting out really, really good movies, man, in the animated side. Really good. Like Marvel can't touch it. And they have a cinematic universe that's just as good as Marvel in the cinematic universe in their animated stuff. So again, like why are we not talking about it? I don't know. But I'm on my box. Joe Green here, and I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to get on my box and talk about it. So, briefly, like I said, first the Fatal Five, the Justice League vs. Fatal Five. That was the latest release from the DC Universe animated original movies. All right, it's a mouthful. All right, and this is going to be kind of confusing. So, 34 movies have been released under the DC Universe animated original movies. Okay, Justice League vs. Fatal Five falls in the DC animated universe uh, movies, and that's also known as the Timverse. That's where we got the Batman animated, Superman animated cartoon, Batman Beyond, which was I think was maybe better than Batman animated. Whoa, Batman animated is the pinnacle. It's the game changer of animated cartoons, and Batman Beyond took it to a whole nother level, man. Batman Beyond was the shit. Static Shock, great show that was all tied into that. Zeta Project, and then say Justice League. Follow up with Justice League Unlimited, which is the best Justice League rendition animated ever. Super Friends was good growing up as a kid, challenging Super Friends, but that shit was pretty childish and pretty corny. And it doesn't stand up to the test of time right now. I don't care what anybody says. But a Justice League and Justice League Unlimited does because it was on point. Yeah, and then they had like movies. Yo, Mask of the Phantasm in the DC animated universe. Yo, probably what like the third best Batman movie in a movie theater because yes, that was in a movie theater. I watched it. That's when I learned that Mark Hamill was the voice of the Joker. Um, but again, like Batman animated, the Batman Beyond, Mask of Phantasm, and then like the Return of the Joker movie, all that stuff in the DC animated universe, also known as the Timverse. That stuff is great, man. That's the top flight type shit. It's the shit. Yeah, look, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say because that's how good it was, man. And it's Justice League versus Fatal Five. It falls in that universe, and it's just as good, and it's a little bit more mature. Um, so it brings back Kevin Conroy, the greatest Batman voice ever. Uh, he's Batman in that. George Newberg is Superman. He voiced Superman in the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Tim Daly did the Superman Adventures. And then Susan Eisenberg did Wonder Woman. So those three core characters, those three core voice actors, reprise their roles in that Justice League vs. Fatal Five, and they bring in Jessica Cruz, Green Lantern. Never heard of her. Didn't know who she was. Mexican woman that gets the power of the Green Lantern, and the Justice League team also rounds up with Miss Martian and Mr. Terrific, who we've seen in the Arrowverse. But I think they kind of dropped the ball on Curtis in the Arrowverse, but not in the animated stuff. So, Fatal Five, man, good movie, man. Like I said, deals with some real life shit, man, like mental health, something that's near and dear to my heart. And like I said, because Starboy goes back in time, the Fatal Five, and he doesn't take his meds, and then he has a mental breakdown. If he does take his meds, he loses, he loses his stuff, his mind, and then like it's like if it goes too long, then it doesn't matter. He can't be cured. So he's fighting his own mental illness. He ends up being sent to Arkham because then he doesn't know who he is, and Batman doesn't know who he is. But so you deal with Starboy's mental issues. Jessica Cruz, she has, she's just she's battling depression. Just like any of us. We wake up and you sit in your bed like, I really don't want to fucking do this, man. I just want to sit here. And she deals with that too, man. It's pretty neat. I mean, how they deal with real life like stuff situations in this movie. Because I know I'm one person that sits in my bed every day like I don't want to do this. So I was like, so I'll just do this podcast instead because I like the podcast. I hate going to work. So, but yeah, so I mean, and things. She's the Green Lantern. You just can't. She's the Green Lantern for Earth because they say John Stewart is out out in space dealing with the Lantern stuff, and she's battling depression just like any of us. So it's like it deals with some real life like issues, and it's pretty neat. And they put it in there because it helps develop the relationship between her and Starboy, which develops a story. So it's not just something that's just thrown in your face to bring awareness, but it does bring awareness, but it does push the story, and the story is really good. But it's a Justice League story, man. It's just simple. I'm not going to go into great detail on it. I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil like I've done on my last podcast. But yeah, really, really good. Really, really, really good. The DVD actually has a Justice League Unlimited episode when they deal with the Legion of Superheroes. That's what the Fatal Five is from the 31st century. So they fight the Legion of Superheroes. And Starboy, if you didn't, if I'm talking and you don't know who Starboy is, sorry, but it's part of the Legion of Superheroes, and they do that episode, the Justice League Unlimited Legion of Superheroes, which has been done multiple times. We had the Legion of Superheroes in Smallville, which was done well. Supergirl, actually, one of the positive things I do like about Supergirl was that the way they did the Legion of Superheroes, and then they brought Brainiac and they made him part of the cast. I wasn't like that, man. I like the other guy. And I kind of turned off Supergirl, but it had nothing to do with them dropping the ball in Legion of Superheroes, but it had to do with other things. And again, that's something for later talk. Hopefully, we'll deal with that on Hero Talk. Season 2 coming out soon. But yeah, so they deal with that stuff, and it's a good Justice League movie. Unlike the live action where we got. And again, DC is killing it when it comes to the animated universe, man. So Fatal 5 is the latest, and like I said, and that's a part of the DC animated universe. Now, I hope I'm not confusing, but it's so confusing. That's one of the problems with DC. But so here I go. So in the DC universe animated original movies, that's 34. We have the DC animated movie universe, which has their 52 universe timeline movies, and those movies are on fucking point, man. Spot on. Great adaptation. They take the actual stories from the 52 universe, put them in movie, and put them in, an hour and a half animated movie, and then connect it like a cinematic universe like Marvel does. So why can't we do this in real life? We can do this in the animated world, but we can't do this in real life. Like, come on, Warner Brothers. Just take some time to plan it. The animated guys did it. So like in the DC animated universe, we had the Justice League War and Throne of Atlantis straight from the comic books, like spot on straight from the comic books, which was on point. Then they did the Batman, the Son of Batman with Damian Wayne, and him coming to Bruce's care. Tyler brings him. Deathstroke killing Ra's. Batman vs. Robin. They do the Quarter Owls, a great Batman 52 story universe. Then they had Batman Bad Blood, and I just watched that, and that's an actual original story, which they introduced the Batwoman to the DC animated universe, and Luke Fox, the Batwing, the Black Batman, into that. And like I said, I just watched that. Man, really good. And I kind of watched it because I was curious to see how they did the Batwoman. And there's a lot of controversy with the Batwoman TV show coming to CW this fall. But again, I don't get it, man. Like the anime universe was spot on. They still touch on her sexuality, her being an open lesbian in a relationship. in the animated universe. It wasn't pushed upon you like the trailer. I know people are upset about the trailer. It's feminist this and it's too this and that. I mean, let's see how it goes, man. If it's pushed upon us, then yeah, it's gonna be a turnoff. But at least in an hey, if that's gonna be a turnoff for you guys, whatever. But in the animated, it wasn't. It was brought up because it develops a character, and it's not like so they did that, and I had to look up some stuff because the Batwoman CW show addresses that Kate Kane is Bruce's maternal cousin. I don't know. I don't read comic books anymore to know the details of that. I looked at the Batwoman and the Kate Kane version that's going to be on TV was brought back in 2006 in the 52 universe as Kate Kane. Now you have the Silver Age Kathy Kane, who wasn't a lesbian. In fact, she was actually attracted to Batman, and then her sidekick was Batgirl, not Barbara, who was attracted to Robin. So nothing to deal with the Silver Age Batwoman. This is the modern Batwoman, and let's see how CW deals with that. How close to source material they keep it, because at least it's like the movie, the Bad Blood, that she was spot on, but they never addressed the fact that she was Bruce's cousin. So I don't know when that happened. The Bad Blood also brought in Luke Fox. That's Lucius Fox's son. You know, Lucius is the black guy that Morgan Freeman played in Christopher Nolan's Batman movies. Most important person in Wayne Enterprises, because he's the guy that actually runs Wayne Enterprises while Bruce is running off in his bat suit doing Batman stuff. So in this movie, Luke Fox gets a bat wing, which is like a armor, and I looked him up, and that's legit. He is a Batwing, part of the Batman family, and like it's with the new again more controversy in the Batman world, which we'll probably touch on Hero Talk later on in life. Who knows? Whenever we get season 2 out, but like people upset because like you're rebooting Batman again. Like we've seen this before. Let's do something different. My superstar actor cousin William Demerit. So let's do something different, man. Like maybe let's have a black Batman, and you could do the Luke Fox story, which wouldn't disturb the original Batman origins. I mean, he's Lucius Fox's son. He needs a bat suit and stuff, and he becomes the Batman. Like we got Batwoman on TV. Let's put Batman. Let's put Batwing out there, Black Batman on out there in the movies. Or fuck it, man. Just fuck. Why are we not done Batman Beyond yet, man? Come on, people. Batman Beyond is Terry McGinnis is Batman. Have old Bruce. I know everybody wants Michael Keaton to be old Bruce and to do the Terry McGinnis story, but let's change it up. Now, I've seen Batman. Michael Keaton. It was great. I've seen it again with Christopher Nolan and Christian Bale. It was great. We had some bad Batman. We had George Clooney. Batman and Robin happened, people. Sorry, but hey, if it wasn't for Batman and Robin, we wouldn't have the first reboot and the Christopher Nolan trilogy. And then we had Ben Affleck, who I'm going to say this. I'm on my box. I'm going to say it. He wasn't a bad Batman. He was just the bad Batman for the story they wanted. They had the old Batman from Dark Knight Returns fighting a new Superman, and that shit didn't work. And Ben Affleck wasn't a bad Batman. I didn't like his Bruce Wayne, but he was a Bruce Wayne that was old and scarred and war torn. So I think what he did as Batman was not bad. It's just that the story sucked. Batman Superman fucking sucked because of the story. They meshed too many things together. And one of the things that they totally fucked up is Superman's best story, The Death and Return of Superman. Totally wasted. But you know who didn't waste The Death and Return of Superman? The DC animated universe with The Death of Superman and The Reign of Superman. 2 separate movies. They straight out the story. It's fucking awesome. It keeps in with the cinematic DC animated universe. Those 2 movies on point. And it's the DC Universe animated original movies. They did the Superman Doomsday, and when that came out, I wasn't a really fan of that because I didn't know that it wasn't a part of the Timverse, and it didn't have Tim Daly as the voice. The story was condensed. I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like it. The fight between Doomsday was good. You had the power bomb to finish, to kill Superman, and I at that time I was so strict to my source material. Like I wanted the Rocky 2 double punch knockout and I never got that. And then they did like the clone of just like the one Superman that was working for Lex, and I just wasn't feeling it because it totally just bypassed the Reign of Superman, which is a thick ass story. If you ever bought the graphic novel, I bought the graphic novel. I have it, and so I was disappointed with that. So DC Animated rectified that Superman Doomsday. They rectified Batman Superman, wasting the death and return of Superman, and they give you the death of Superman in one movie and the reign of Superman with the four Superman, the Eradicator, Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman, Lex Luthor's clone Superman, and the Black Superman, John Henry Irons, who Shaq just totally ruined as the worst rendition of Steel ever, but as Steel Superman. And it's funny because in the Reign of Superman, Steel is actually voiced by Cress Williams, my man, Black Lightning. One of the best TV shows out there, comic book TV shows that I guess people are scared of because he's black. Don't be scared of Black Lightning. He's not going to bite you. He might shock you. But so DC rectified the Death and Return of Superman with those two movies. If you have not watched those two movies and you're a fan of DC, go slap yourself and go out and buy it. Go watch it, man. I don't know if it's on the DC Universe pay streaming service. I don't have it because I'm cheap, I'm broke, and but I know they have a lot of good stuff on that DC universe. I know like the Batman Unlimited, like the Batman animated, and the Justice League Unlimited. Those cartoons are on there. They have like the original movies, Superman movies. I think they got. Do they have? I think they have the '89 Batman on there. So they have some the movies. They have old TV shows, Wonder Woman, the Shazam. I hope the original Flash on there. Met John Wesley Shipp at GalaxyCon, class act. It was a pleasure to meet him. I love him. He's my Flash. You know, Grant Gus is my Flash, but John Wesley Shipp is the original Flash. So I'm going to say that I'm on my box, so I can say that right now. But yeah, so that stuff is on there. I don't have it. I have heard good things about it. So I would the Titans trailer turned me off. I've gotten two people that I trusted sources that watched it that said it's good. Said Doom Patrol's good. The original stuff is good on there. So go support that. I can't support that. I can't afford that stuff, man. All this streaming stuff, man. They bleed you, man. They bleed you with cable. They make you pay again. It's like what a world we live in. So, but that stuff is on there. And say with the animated universe, the next movie coming out is the Batman Hush, which I can't wait to see, man. Batman has the best comic book stories ever. I'd say the closest franchise that can touch a Batman story is maybe X-Men, but for any good X-Men story, I'm going to say that there's 5 better Batman stories, which have been adapted. Dark Knight Returns, 2-disc. Again, DC Universe animated original movies, Dark Knight Returns. That shit is almost like word for fucking word from the comic book. And what I liked about that is that they split up, they took Superman out of the first 2 books, put him in the second book. So like the first disc is books 1 and 2, the second disc is books 3 and 4, and then they put Superman in there, voiced by Mark Valley, the Human Target. Great fucking show on Fox, man. A DC character who Human Target was actually they showed him on, they did him in Arrow, but he voiced Superman in that Dark Knight Returns. Again, another great movie, animated movie from the DC Universe animated original movies. I got it written down in front of me. That's how I can say it. I can't say it 5 times fast, so don't ask me to do that. But yeah, and it's like they're putting out good stuff. Jason Momoa's Batman in the DC in the 52 universe. Jerry O'Connell Superman. Rosario Dawson, aka Claire, the night nurse from the Netflix Marvel Netflix. She's Wonder Woman, and they reprised their roles in the animated universe. Man, like the Justice League Dark had Matt Ryan voice Constantine. That was good. Teen Titans, they did Justice League for Teen Titans, and that was good. The Judas Contract, which like I think like the only Teen Titans story I ever know, that their adaptation on that fucking awesome, man. Kind of nasty, the whole Terra Deathstroke relationship, but the story, man. And again, and it's a cinematic universe, so when they put Damon in the Teen Titans, which I thought was neat, then because his beef with Deathstroke for killing his grandfather in Bat and Son of Batman, it plays that story, man. Whoa! I said it. DC has a cinematic universe that works. They Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, which referenced Flashpoint Paradox. They had the reverse Flash. He's still running from death in time. Like DC, you could put it all together in animated universe. Get those guys out the office and put them in Warner Brothers Studios so they can make us some good cinematic Warner Brother movies. I mean, we've made the turn. Aquaman was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. It was a chick flick, Jason Momoa, but it was good. All the cast, all the visuals were great. And then Shazam. If you haven't seen Shazam, it was Zachary Levi, man. He was awesome. Two, like I say, I'm giving good reviews to DC movies, which I thought I'd never do that after Batman v Superman, and oh my god, that crime which was the Justice League. But so if you're just watching the real movies, don't. If you want some good shit, watch the DC animated stuff. It's really good. And as comic book fans, we need to unite and support this stuff so they can keep on making good stuff. Like I said, the next one is Batman Hush. Looks really good, man. Batman, best stories ever. Can't wait. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I can go on and tell you good stuff, what's going on with the movies, but why don't you just go check it out yourself? All right, so I'm gonna get off my box so you can go check out these movies, and I'm probably gonna go back and watch. I don't know what I'm gonna watch, man. I'm gonna watch something in the list. I'm gonna flip through my book. Maybe I'll watch the Judas Contract. I've seen that, man. Like I said, that was really good. So, all right, guys, that's my time. I'm Joe Green. I'm getting off my box. This is on my box. Check out Hero Talk, man. Check us out on Facebook. And I promise season 2 is coming. All right. Have a good day. Later.